Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Landed for Success. I am so excited this morning to share with you a couple of things. The first thing I do want to bring to your attention is this Landed for Success Untold Stories featuring some of the most amazing men and women from every walk of life is now available on Amazon. Okay, so please go there, grab your copy. Volume one, two, and three are available. And the stories here are just absolutely brilliant. And I believe that their stories, their untold stories, every one of these authors will help you to land for success as well. And one day I look forward to hearing about your land for success story as well. Now, that brings us to today. Today, I want to just share a couple of things with you. Here's a question I want to ask you. If you always wonder, how to design your six-figure coaching practice, then I believe you are at the right place. Every day I have clients, coaches, speakers, entrepreneurs asking me, how do you build a six-figure coaching business? And some of these individuals I know have certifications after certifications, courses and programs and coaches and mentors. They have spent thousands, literally tens of thousands of dollars. And some of them are still struggling to grow the coaching business. Now, if you're like me, I'm on social media. Anyone on social media, do me a favor, type the word social media. If you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, this and that. And I get pop-ups all the time. They pop up and this guru and that expert, and they're saying how you can build a 6, 7, 8-figure income like in 48 hours. Now, all the best, right? All the power to the folks who can do that. Since 2010, I've been working with authors, coaches, and speakers. And there are some that are just doing extremely well, and there are some that are struggling. And so that's one of the reasons why I would like to introduce to you today someone I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Dr. Hailey Patry is a mega speaker. She is a #1 best-selling author, a true happiness coach. She's a facilitator and the founder of the Lifted Lid. But more importantly, what I love about Hailey is she is an incredible friend. When it comes to family, it is so important to her. And the one thing I love about Dr. Hailey Patry is she loves to help. She loves to help people. And I can't think of a better person to share with you today how to build a six-figure practice in your first year. Even if you're a rookie coach or you have a practice already that you want to scale up, even if you have a busy life, right? And just part-time. I believe she can even help you do that on a part-time basis. So please help me to welcome Dr. Hailey Patry.
Good morning, Gordon, and good morning, friends. It's morning here, but good afternoon or good evening from wherever you are tuning in. It's always a pleasure to be with you, Gordon. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Well, likewise, thank you so much. I know you're a busy mom, busy practice, so many different things you're juggling, and you have taken the time out of your busy schedule to be with us this morning. Could you take maybe 60 seconds before we dive into you giving us ideas and tips and training on how to build a six-figure practice here, coaching practice? Who's Dr. Hailey Patry before you became the true happiness coach that you are today?
I'm happy to answer that question, but before I do, I want the world to know the reason I will always say yes to you, Gordon. I have such a tremendous amount of respect for you, and you speak of my family values. That's because we share those values. I've been watching as you and your wife and your kids and your grandkids, you've been growing this incredible family because we share a lot of those very similar values that are rooted in our foundation. We both love to help people, but I owe a lot of gratitude to you because the place where I met my husband, and that is why we get to have the family that we do. A lot of that traces back to some businesses you started way back when. So I will always be a yes when you ask me to show up. It's an honor, and it's because you love to help people that we want to help people together. So let me answer your first question. Before I became the happy business coach, the true happiness coach, and the marriage mentor, I was a girl who had a very bumpy childhood. I battled depression from the age of 8 to 16. I struggled with self-worth and confidence, and I was so painfully shy that I ate my lunch in the bathroom for 2 years in high school. That's a bit of a distance to cross to then become a speaker who's spoken for over 2 million people now. And it's part of why I have faith that wherever you are at in your life, you can draw that line, choose something new, and with the right support, you can make a brand new version of yourself and release that to the world. So I'm not a stranger to overcoming emotional challenges, confidence challenges, but also finance and business challenges. I grew up in a family where finances were difficult, and I started running companies at a very young age, built my first business at 14, and made my first six figures and bought my first house at the age of 19. Not so much because I wanted to, but I felt a bit like I needed to. And that's become a blessing. Having run so many different forms of businesses from brick and mortar to franchise, international manufacturing, and now a very lean home based coaching institute, I love to help amazing individuals and business owners or budding business owners to take what you've already got and turn it into something incredible. The reason being, other people want what you've already got. Some folks haven't mastered what you've already mastered. Some people are struggling with what you've already figured out. And there might be a beautiful business opportunity for you to help those other individuals get where they're going and create for yourself a relatively part time schedule, earning a full time income. So I only teach what I know firsthand, what I've proven first on myself, and then on hundreds or thousands of other people. And I'm excited to share some of those secrets with you, not just today, but at our upcoming event on Saturday, September 23rd, where Gordon, myself, and a whole host of other incredible trainers, we're going to be sharing what we've learned in the trenches of life and business so you can have the good stuff too, because you deserve it.
Wow, that's powerful. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I mean, you personally have gone through challenges, traumas, and today, raising a busy young family, there are challenges there as well. And you've been still been able to work on a part-time basis, right? Pretty well part-time basis. Boundaries.
Challenges, just a little bit, Gordon. Three kids with special needs, no big deal. Life is always easy in the Patry household. Wink, wink.
Yeah. I mean, for the folks who are watching, right? Can you relate to that? Right? Can you relate to that? Life isn't on the surface. People always think, "Oh, wow, you have a great life," and you probably do. But at the same time, there are always challenges, right?
Yeah.
And you've still been able to balance and build a successful business. You mentioned an event, and I'm just going to touch on it very quickly. On the bottom here, you guys will see scrolling across, Dr. Hailey Patry. If you like what she's going to share with you today, and I believe you will, okay? If you come and meet her live and in person. Listen to her success talk as she shares her wealth of experience, not just about, look, I mean, for a minute, do me a favor. I know what's six figure, 100 grand or more, six figure. People talk
figures anywhere from 100,000 to 999.
enough, right? Take that money and just park it for a minute. Don't even think about it. Just put it in that corner. Don't think about the money. Don't even think about the money for a minute. But if you want to build a quality of life, right? And be able to spend time with your families and do the things you want, and then still have that financial freedom, grab a ticket and come and join Hailey on Saturday, September 23rd. And I would recommend that you come as a VIP. Come as a VIP, sit with all the VIPs, have lunch with the VIPs, spend extra quality time with Dr. Hailey Patry at the event as well. All right. There's just a quick picture here. If you guys go to that link, you'll see this. You'll be able to grab a free complimentary ticket, or there's an option for you to buy a VIP ticket. I always love it, being able to spend time. You're going to have folks who are just started in business to individuals who have already built multi-million dollar businesses that you can have access to a network with. All right. So why don't we?
VIP does something really special, Gordon. The cliche quote is rather true. People who pay attention. So often we get the privilege to go to complimentary events and we might not take notes. We might be on our phone. We might not revisit our notebook if we took any notes. But when we pay for an event, when we pay to sit in the front row, when we pay to go to a founder's lunch and get to have an intimate Q&A, With people who are doing what we want to do, well, we take that time seriously. We lean in, we listen, we participate, we take great notes. But most importantly, we come home, review those notes, and put them into immediate, effective action. And that's why VIP is so valuable, because if you are really ready to raise the quality of your life, your business, and your earn ability is what you can generate in an hour so that you can trade less of your hours working and have more of your hours for making a difference, either for your family, your partner, your community, your cause, your kids, or even for yourself. So join us. We're so excited to have you there. And I'll be doing, I believe, a 1 hour teaching on this subject of the True 12. The very proven things that you can do to either launch your successful practice year one, or take your coaching and consulting practice from wherever it's at now and add 6 figures to it in the next year without working more than 40 hours a week. So, really excited to chat about that, Gordon. What should we tell your amazing audience?
Wow. You know, what should we tell about the audience? You're my expert, right? When it comes to coaching, and we've got about 10 minutes where I would love for you to be able to give them as many nuggets as possible. And I'm going to drop something here that you said earlier, because this is what I love about Dr. Hailey Patry. She's always pushing me. Okay. The company that we were with, I won't tell them the name. I'll just say the initials were ACN. Well, you know what ACN stands for? You met your husband there. We've there's so many things we've been able to accomplish as a result of that company. I think ACN stands for All Coaching Network.
Yeah.
All Coaching Network. And if
You
you
love
want to be a
people.
coach or a rookie coach, you want to scale your coaching business, Dr. Hailey Patry, please share with us, how do you do what you do, and how can the audience who are watching do the same?
Amazing, my friends. So we're going to go fast and we're going to give you as many things as we can in the next few minutes. First of all, regardless of which practice you wish to launch or scale, you need to start with having mentor cred, as in mentor credibility. If you're going to teach a community of people who are going to pay you for your service, you need to live your life as though you're on candid camera, not because you think people are watching, but because you have such healthy values, disciplines, habits, and choices that even if your life was on camera, you'd be proud of that footage. And what I mean by that is, if someone's going to hire you as a personal trainer, a financial coach, a speaking coach, it doesn't matter what the industry is. They want to know you're not just good at your craft, but you're a good citizen of the world. How you treat your body, your relationship with substances, how you treat your family members, how you treat the environment. These all speak to your integrity and your character, and they will either help or hinder you as you set about to grow your business. So be a person of integrity, number one. Number two, if you aren't yet sure what you want to go out and deliver to the audience that you're going to offer your practice to, there's a couple things to consider. What is something that upsets you so much that you can't help but get involved? For me, for example, I just can't handle when someone's in pain or suffering. I can't help myself but to want to go and offer them the opportunity to get through that suffering and get back to joy. So I knew that that was going to be something I needed to teach. What is it for you? What is that thing in the world that pisses you off so much when people are missing out on it? What is that thing that comes so naturally to you that others might struggle with? What is the advice that your colleagues, friends, or family come to you for before anybody else in your network? That's going to give you some great clues about what you want to focus on. But make sure that you've been client number one. Have you already done in your own life the very thing that you're going to guide others through? Have you taken at least 5 beta clients through the very thing to show that your methods have an early success rate? And before you design an offer to go out and sell to people, let's make sure that what you're teaching works and that it works consistently. The next thing you're going to need to do is figure out, who do you want to help? How do you want to help them? What will be the very ingredients of your coaching or consulting practice? Will you work with people individually, in group, hybrid, in person, virtually? There's so many ways to craft your offer. But that will bring you to the pricing dilemma. What are you going to charge? What will your service be worth? And what will people be quite willing to pay to engage with you? And there's a few formulas that we work through that I'm going to be sharing at the event in September, how you can come up with your number. Your number isn't some round flat number like $10,000 a month. Your number is going to be based on the budgets you need to satisfy in life, the difference you're going to make for your clients, the amount of pain they remain in if they don't hire you, the amount of benefit they get when they do. It's not about the competitive analysis because it doesn't matter what other people in your field are charging when they're not you and they can't do what you do. And ultimately, it comes down to how many hours, a month, week, or day would your best life be giving to work? And we'll come up with what that magic pricing structure is for you, which is a very cool process. But as you said about to grow your business, one of the reasons I was able to make six figures in my very first year, and one of the things I would encourage you to do, is make sure you have an incredible sample service. How can people get a taste of working with you? I don't mean a consult, I don't mean a strategy session, and I don't mean a sales meeting. I mean, how can they get a real legitimate sample of working with you? So, personally, I offer a 30-minute complimentary coaching session, and it is a heavy, meaty session that delivers results and relief so that the client, the potential client on the other end, is going, wow, if I could get this much benefit in just 30 minutes, what would 90 days do for me? How you design your incredible sample service comes down to a few things, but let me tell you a couple right now. You need some great intake questions. Before you give clients a taste of your time, your schedule, and what you do, you want to make sure that they take it as seriously as you do. I send out 14 questions before somebody hops into that free session with me. When I receive the answers of those questions, they've already started to get clarity on their situation. I can tell they're serious. They can tell I'm serious, and we start on a really good footing. This is a secret because it's going to allow you to show up really prepared for your sample sessions. You'll already know your prospective client, what their challenges are, what their hopes are, what their needs are, and how you could fill in the gap with what you teach. The second thing is you need to have a raving fan community that's going to put you on the right platforms, even if you're not there. I like people better than computers. I like conversation better than social media. But fortunately, because I've treated my clients like gold and they have had very real, transformative, life altering results in less than 90 days, they're on Facebook. So when someone else is struggling, one of my raving fan clients will see that post and say, you've got to reach out to Hailey. She saved our marriage, or she saved my business, or she saved our lives. And so, in order for you to create your raving fan following, these are going to be the people that connect you to their friends, their colleagues, their family, their organizations. They're going to be the ones that see a post and tag you. You'll need to start with a handful of clients. And if your confidence is shaky that you're ready to do it or charge what you're worth, we use a backwards from five system that looks like this. Client one gets a 100% discount in exchange for giving you feedback, video testimonials, and your confidence boost. Client two, 75% off. Client three, 50% off. Client four, 25% off. Client five, you are charging full price with your confidence ready to go out and serve. If you don't have an issue with your confidence, please start charging what you're worth right away. But if you're a little bit shy, that's a method that can get you 5 quick clients in your first few weeks of business so that you can start to get those raving fans out there. But it's important to cultivate regular relationships and have regular raving fans and also be regularly seen for the wins you're causing for others. How to do that is through networking. I'm a believer that old school, what's proven, is still good today. That means I use a paper calendar. Yes, a paper calendar. And it also means that I believe in real person to person networking. So once a week at minimum, 6 times a month ideally, you're going to want to give an hour to an hour and a half of your time to be in the right networking or mastermind group, a place where you get the floor for more than 30 seconds, where you can do business presentations, talk about client wins, services you're offering, make an ask to that group, and show up as somebody who really wants to be there for the others. Let every member of the group get a sample of your service. And it's a really wonderful, almost free way to start building your cluster of clients that can become your raving fans. And I'm going to share a couple more quick tips with you. You deserve and would benefit from building what I call an abundance alliance. An abundance alliance is the cluster of business owners that co-serve the same client. For example, a real estate broker, a mortgage broker, a home stager, a landscaper, a financial planner, and a renovations company. They all co-serve the same client when someone's buying a new home. Well, how about in your lane of expertise? Who should be in your abundance alliance? What other business owners might co-serve your client or service them just before you and just after you? When you create these beautiful power teams or abundance alliances, here's the good news. When one of you secures a client, likely all of you will get to share in working with that same client. And lastly, make sure that you show people how much they matter to you, whether it is your mentors, your colleagues, your referral sources, and especially your clients. They say that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And this is very true, especially if clients are going to renew their service with you or refer you to others. So share gratitude in the ways that are meaningful to the people you work with. For me personally, I share 10% in gratitude coaching credits whenever somebody sends me business. And I let them know that they can have that for themselves or they can pass it on to somebody that they care about. You never want to have somebody go out on a limb for you and not be acknowledged by you for how much that meant. So let's sum this up really quickly. Yes, you can create a six-figure coaching business in your very first year. I have run my coaching practice from 17 to 28 hours a week and have never crossed 40 hours a week. If you have a busy life, health challenges, physical or emotional, high demands from your family, or caring for aging parents, or even a full-time career, yes, you can design a thriving six-figure practice. It's going to require that you have mentor credibility and that you are a true person that others would want to hire and work with. You'll need to know what that thing is that you are so incensed and passionate about that you must go out and help people. You're going to need to figure out who you'll serve, what you'll serve them with, how you'll deliver it, and of course, how you'll price it. But then from your marketing strategy, people will need the opportunity to sample your service. And I haven't mentioned it just yet, but one of the best ways for people to learn about you and even know that they can sample your service, get your story published in a book or books, get yourself on speaking platforms, not because you need to tell your story or hear the sound of your voice, but because others need to hear that story. They need to borrow proof from you that if you could overcome whatever you've overcome and create the success you're creating, that they could do it too. Speaking and having books published that you're a part of is an incredible way to raise the credibility of your bio. That bio is going to get you in front of audiences. Those audiences are going to want to book your sample service. When you wow people, they're going to want to hire you. And when you wow them through the process of working with you, they're going to want to hire you again and refer you to others. The formula is pretty simple. I haven't mentioned paid advertising or automation because all of those things can be great, but they're not necessary at the start. We work on you, we work on the offer, we work on getting you in front of the right people and having you treat them well. And it's as simple as that, Gordon. You can still take summers off, you can still have date night, you can still get to the gym every day, you can still take care of the special needs in your life and serve your clients at an A++ level and have a six-figure income. And I'm just so excited to see you. I want to sing the song, but I can't sing. See you in September, on Saturday, September 23rd. And let's do this. Let's help you scale your practice, design it, grow it, scale it, or augment it.
Yes.
The world needs what our viewers have to offer, and you and I would love to help them get that offer out to the world.
Wow, such amazing value. Thank you so much. I am going to go back and re-watch this 5 or 10 times and just take notes. I've been to events where we paid hundreds and thousands of dollars probably for the same information, right, that you're giving, which is incredible. And so let's wrap up with this, you guys. I'm going to put Dr. Hailey on the spot. I didn't ask her, but I thought of this as I was just listening to you speak, and I've seen some people popped up that I personally know that could truly use your help.
The answer is yes, Gordon.
Perfect.
If you are watching this broadcast and you think, why wait till September's
Why
event?
wait till September?
Yeah, drop us a comment, make an available number that I can text you at, and let's get you in for that complimentary 30-minute session. I'm going to make you work. You'll have to answer 14 questions so I can learn about what you want, and I'll come ready to serve you with answers. And it would be my honor to help you get a jump on your coaching or consulting.
Yes. And I know there are some folks that are watching from out of town as well. Please, okay, if you're a friend of mine or Dr. Hailey Patry, book a 30-minute complimentary session with her as well. Doc, thank you so much. Really,
Gordon, always such a pleasure. You are so committed to helping people raise the quality of their lives through raising the quality of their businesses and their earnings. And I'm just honored to be part of the team of individuals that gets to serve through you. So I can't wait to hug you on September 23rd. Join us. Come free, come VIP. Either way, just be there. And we are so looking forward to empowering you with knowledge and actions you can take right away.
Awesome. So, on behalf of Jay Jackanthan, our co-founder, and Sutha and our entire team, we are so blessed and excited to see you on the 23rd, Dr. Hailey.
Thank you, my friends. Have a blessed day.